Oh, hey, it's one of them days. It's one of them days, man. You know what I'm saying? The whole world been waiting for me to speak. They been wanting to hear, you know what I'm saying, how I feel about this spiel. So we gonna make this little public sauce announcement like this right here, you know what I'm saying? Sayso P, Sayso P. Niggas out there, gay ass, lame ass, idiot. People just post anything on the internet for clicks and views. Dumb. Y'all talking about sacrificing my brothers? No, nigga, I changed my brothers' lives. That's what Sauce gotta do. I changed niggas' I changed niggas' situations. I turned niggas, hood niggas, billionaires.
You understand about what happened with Sauce Walka
and his artist.
New details in the downtown shooting near FedEx Forum that killed Memphis rapper Sayso P and injured Houston rapper Sauce Walka. Memphis police say murder suspect Jaden Dandridge was found dead in Houston.
People are trying to accuse Sauce Walka of being the person that had his artist, you know, unalive.
Deleted.
Title of this video coming from Poetic Flacco is Sauce Walka goes off on claims he killed Sayso P after new video leaks. Here we go, y'all.
Walka has finally responded back to the claims from several YouTubers, including the fans too. Don't just blame YouTubers, bro. The fans said it too. That he was involved in the murder of his artist, Sayso P. Now listen, I may have played with the title just a little bit, but I've never said that Sauce Walka has something to do with it. As a matter of fact, I think I've defended Sauce Walka a couple of times. I can't really tell you any YouTuber who for sure said Sauce Walka is involved. I feel like we have explored the fan theory. We have poked holes in the fan theory as well as point some things out that would go into the fan theory. Fans will point out certain things like the rainwater theory. Like when Rainwater came out, I think on Clubhouse and told WAC 100, yo, they let Sauce Walka live. They could have gotten Sauce Walka too, but they decided to let him live because their issue wasn't with Sauce Walka, it was with Sayso P.
Nah, I heard they stood over Walk and realized it was Walk and said, nah, you good. He knew what he did and ran out.
Oh, they stood over it.
Yeah, and realized it was Walk.
Oh, they didn't know it was him.
They ain't know him now. Buddy from there, he was popping it on that Sprinter. Like, I'm back here. You know, he was popping this shit. I'm here. Ain't nobody gonna do shit. I'm with South Walker.
Oh, yeah, he tripped.
With rumors like that floating out there, how could you not blame people for asking, hold up, bruh? People vicious enough to commit a body in broad daylight, they let a witness go? That don't make sense. But come to find out, they never stood over Sauce Walka. They just sort of...
Yeah, that sounds kind of crazy.
Plus, these are all allegations.
Right, these are all allegations, but
rumors, for real.
Yeah.
ignored Sauce Walka and went directly to Sayso P. And to add the insult to injury, he did an interview in the middle of everybody speculating whether or not this was a backdoor. And not only did he say he has no problems with the people who did it and the people who killed Sayso P, but he also shouted out Sayso P's ops, CEO Jizzle, in the interview.
I got a different type of power and
Real
love,
talk,
bro. If I wanted it to be there, it would be there.
Yeah, we know that.
That don't give me the, I got people that I love out here. I got a lot of respect out here. I got families and coalitions of different brothers out here from Bread Gang, my big homie Head, Endless. You know what I'm saying? I got in the streets all over here that love CEO Jizzle, just a bunch of different gangsters is all around the city. They got a personal love for me.
I will say the narrative that you were involved is probably 50% on you, 50% on the YouTubers, the content creators, and the fans who have been pushing this narrative without any proof.
He borderline is telling on himself though.
If that is true, people almost enjoy leaving it in the air to be, you know,
so you can speculate.
Yeah, so you can, leave it open for interpretation and say cryptic things
instead of saying, "Look, man, hey, look, I had nothing to do with that," or yeah, such and such ain't had nothing to do with that, or whatever.
You talk about what you could have had done and where your strength really is, and what, you know, like all that is, to me, is unnecessary and really don't got nothing to do with nothing.
Sauce Walka has finally had enough, so he took to his social media to issue this message to anybody claiming that he has something to do with it.
Oh, hey, it's one of them days. It's one of them days, man. You know what I'm saying? The whole world been waiting for me to speak. They been wanting to hear, you know what I'm saying, how I feel about this spiel. So we gonna make this little public sauce announcement like this right.
This nigga still hopping.
You know what I'm saying? Sayso P, Sayso P. Niggas out there, gay ass, lame ass, idiot. People just post anything on the internet for clicks and views. Dumb. Y'all talking about sacrificing my brothers? No, nigga, I changed my brothers' lives. That's what Sauce gotta do. I changed niggas' lives. I changed niggas' situations. I turned niggas hood niggas millionaires and billionaires and shout out to that a zillionaire.
Sauce Walka is a good dude, but I don't know now one soul who signed on Sauce Walka who became a millionaire. I don't know now one soul.
Right. You're being a little generous with yourself. Right. I was like, is Sauce Walka a billionaire?
The one problem I have with this, though, is Sauce used this opportunity for him to speak on backdooring Sayso P for the first time. He used this to parlay it into promotion for something else. And to me, that's kind of like, that's nasty work, bro. Like, there should be a standalone video where you are addressing it. You shouldn't try to parlay this man's death or the attention his death is going to get in.
They ain't had his funeral yet, did they?
Yeah, but you know, you still got to get that money. It don't stop.
You going to promote some sneakers or something?
I don't know.
Some new cornrows, some new ball burns for his hair or something.
Right, all that.
Own lineup.
He ready.
Parlay it into something else. That's nasty. But Sauce Walka, I don't feel like anybody really have any type of tangible proof that Sauce Walka is involved. All people have is speculations.
Right.
Now, unfortunately for Sauce Walka, like the day he did this, a day later, another angle of the footage dropped, and people begin to really think that some backdoor activities happened. Sayso P is in the white next to the black truck. Now, from the angle that Sayso P is at, cars coming from the angle they're coming at can't see Sayso P or where he's currently at. They can't see that Sayso P. But for some reason, somehow, even though they couldn't see him on the come up, they knew.
Hold on. So this is Sayso P right here.
Okay.
So he's saying they couldn't see him.
From the angle they're coming at, can't see Sayso P or where he's currently at. They can't see that Sayso P. But for some reason, somehow, even though they couldn't see him on the come up, they knew exactly where he was at. Watch.
He in the truck, though. I don't think that's him standing in.
I'm trying to see whose angle they coming from.
You see how they slowly driving up? There's no way they could see Sayso P. But they hopped out the car with no hesitation and went directly to Sayso P and started opening fire. So a lot of people is asking.
I mean, you can't be sure, because if they was coming up the block from that angle, they could have got a glimpse. Plus, how long before he walked out there? He said,
Watch.
He was just standing there. If they was coming up from the block,
they could see him. And
they could see him. Yeah, and he was a big dude. And they knew where they were coming. They knew what they were looking for. It ain't like they just randomly. Yeah, they
you see
seen
how
them.
they slowly driving up? There's no way they could see Sayso P.
Yes,
But
it
they
is.
hopped out the car with no hesitation and went directly to Sayso P and started opening fire. So a lot of people is asking questions like, hold on, bruh. How they know he was there? How they knew exactly where to find him? How they get the location to this address? And when they got to the location, how did they know he was behind that vehicle when he was in a blind spot and couldn't be seen by anybody driving up? But this location was dropped. I would hope that Sauce Walka is not involved. However, videos like the one that Sauce Walka dropped today can't help but just pique my interest and make me hella suspicious. So after this very suspicious death of Sayso P, Sauce Walka in the same video would announce that he's signing his new artist for $250,000.
Brand new record deal, brand new contract for Sauce Mike Deezy, TSL Business, new album on the way. What's the name of my album, Mike D? Excuse me. No.
Who was this nigga? He said he sell oils and CDs and shit.
Coming out in a few weeks, drop with /TSL. 1 RPM, shout out to my boy 1 RPM Guccio, and you know what I'm saying, the deal went through 300,000. So here go my brother Brad, 100 G's. 100 G's. Oh, but I forgot.
Walka claimed he got a $300,000 deal for a Mike Deezy album that he apparently is being featured on, and he gave Mike Deezy $100,000. Mike Deezy got 15,000 monthly listeners. Yo, there's better ways to wire money, bro. All right, or there's better ways to get the money to the Udas, bro. But telling me that you giving Mike Deezy $100,000 for his music, bro, this is, come on, bro. Yo, I would hope Sauce Walka isn't dumb enough to try to wash away the money for a hit on a record deal. Nobody in a right mind is giving Mike Deasy $100,000 for a song. Bro.
They saying it's a payoff. They saying the record deal was a general payoff. They said nobody never heard of this nigga. He's just a random ass nigga. Look, I'm signing him.
Right.
I'm bringing him in.
Mike Deasy's highest performing records, okay? This is his highest performing record, which is like 286,000 views, okay? The rest that dropped, I think within the last 2 or 3 years, got 18,000 listens, 20,000 listens, 2,500 listens. And his fifth most popular song has less than 1,000 listens. So that's why you don't see a number here. This man is the man that you are giving $100,000 to for a record deal. Sauce Walka has just been moving hella sus. Now, a lot of people actually gave my brother Seti Nash some flack. Because Seti Nash, I think his titles was a little bit more correct. But I think that he forgot to put like a question mark in his title.
But it ain't shit. That's why I'm trying to stay away from this dumb ass shit, bro. To say Sauce Walka backdoor Sayso P, the dumbest shit ever for insurance policy. Come on, man. Y'all dumb as bro, just for likes and clicks, bro. Whoever that is said it need to boycott this.
The person who was going off on Seti and bloggers for pushing this backdoor narrative is Mike Deasy. He's the one that Sauce Walka just allegedly signed for like $100,000 cash and $300,000 total, even though he has 15,000 monthly listeners and nobody has ever heard a song from him. That's the dude who is now has an invested interest in making sure these backdoor narratives go away. If you're still...
That's what I feel like. I feel like his own words, him not being very clear. And I don't know, maybe even acting like you mourning a little bit. Like, it's hot out.
Right. It ain't been 2 weeks.
Right. This has, some quiet time. Like, yo, I really like the young brother.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Going through something. Let me,
yeah. His family, I've just been shot.
Nah. Doing none of that. Yeah, that'll definitely make you feel like, what's up with this nigga?
Ultimately, I think Sauce Walka is Coolio's son.
Right, they do. Right, they look very, very similar in the face. Very similar in the face.
Yeah, that's Coolio's son.
Just
Coolio boy.
All right, there we go. Shout out to Coolio's boy. Coolio's boy. Keep your nose clean, boy. Keep your nose clean, boy.